Hi again. Mars Pete here doing another tag. This one is the Simple Book tag, which I first saw on Books with Court's channel, but apparently she got it from, what was it, Farah at I Eat Words. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. Number one is, how do you organize your bookshelf? Well, this changes all the time. Not the way I organize it, but I've been constantly moving and rearranging stuff as I get more books because I just got a third shelf, the black one behind the camera, like for Christmas, so about 6 or 7 months ago. And I had to rearrange stuff so as to better fit, but my main point is I like to have stuff arranged by genre, and then within that I would like to arrange by just author, and then uh, obviously series or alphabetical order, chronological, whatever, but that doesn't always work out because of limited space, and then I have to double stack my books because of the limited space, so I like to put most of my unread books in front so that way I can have better access to them when I do want to read them. But anyway, this shelf behind me is my middle grade and my young adult shelf with my Harry Potters on top because I think they deserve to be on top. And then in the back of the two shelves is books that I have read, and in front is up to a certain point, up to here is read already, but the rest in the front are unread. So those aren't really by author or anything. Obviously, I have the series, well, the ones that I finished in order for most of them, kind of. My mystery shelf back there, I have my Agatha Christie's on top, and those are in order, except the ones that I've read are in the back, and then the unread ones are in the front. And then I have, well, pretty much that's how it works for the rest, is that I have put my unread books in front so I can access them more easily. And probably the one that is the most organized is my classic shelf, which is the big tall one that you can't see next to me, which I kind of did in a combination of ways. Because most of those are read with a few exceptions, I put in alphabetical order by author's last name, except I put the ones that I like the most in front, and then ones I didn't like as much in the back, because I do reread those, and obviously I'm going to reread my favorite ones, and so those are in front. And with some exceptions, just the way they best fit on the shelf, because it's a weird shelf. It goes in like that, and I didn't really pay attention to it when I got it, but the top shelf doesn't hold as much as the bottom, unfortunately. Kind of wish I had gotten something else, but too late now. That was years ago. And then underneath the classics, I have my nonfiction, mostly like historical and cultural stuff that I had to read for history classes because I'm not a big nonfiction fan, but I was a history minor. And then my general, like, adult fiction is in the front of those. And then on my very bottom, I have my not historical, because some of it was written in the contemporary times. Well, yeah, but I guess now will be considered historical and cultural fiction. Oh, and I forgot to also on this shelf I have a couple of general adult fantasy as well, along with the YA, because I only have a few of those, and most of my young adult ones are fantasy, so I thought it fit in better there than with the general adult stuff. Next question. What advice would you give to other book reviewers? Well, not really that great of a person to ask for this because I just started doing videos myself, and I have been doing my text blog for a little over a year. But what I would say is kind of just do whatever you want, have your own style. Don't worry about trying to copy what other people do or trying to do something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Like don't feel like you have to do it in a certain style. If do just do what you're comfortable with and do what is easier for you. Okay, next question is number 3. What are your favorite books? So many of them. My Harry Potters, my Percy Jacksons, a couple of my other YA fantasy ones like the Eon and Leona Dragoneye duology. Really love those. The Hunger Games trilogy was really good. Divergent, Across the Universe was good too. I don't want to go through all those right now. I love my Agatha Christie cozy mysteries, my Peter Wimsey series, my Nero Wolfe series, my Georgette Heyer Regency romances and the mysteries, my Jane Austens, my Brontes, my Elizabeth Gaskell's, my Wilkie Collins. The Khaled Hosseini books, The Kite Runner and A Thousand Splendid Suns. Just so much. Too much. A lot of stuff, pretty much. Let's just keep it at that. Number 4 is, where do you like to read? Well, I mostly like to read in a spot where I am comfortable and cozy and snuggled up, but really, I like to read anywhere. Mostly, well, like on long trips, car rides. I don't like to drive because I'd rather be able to read in the car as a passenger. Stuff, where there's waiting involved. And a book always helps me through a long wait, like on planes, stuff like that. Waiting in line. Like when I was at Universal, I would bring a book in line with me. Just anywhere. I just love to read, and it just helps pass the time. Next one is number 5. What is your favorite book cover? Well, I have said these a billion times, but I guess I'm going to say it again. Across the Universe by Beth Revis right there, because it's really cool in the first place, and then I love the dual-sided jacket. Pick your own thing. That's really neat. And Delirium by Lauren Oliver, because I like the girl's face hiding underneath it. So little surprises like that with the dust jackets, I guess, is what gets me. Number 6. What book vlogger would you want to meet in real life? This is a hard one because I really just have kind of just gotten into this. I've really liked all of the book vloggers and the reviewers that I subscribe to, that I watch. I think they're all really cool, and I would be happy meeting any of them. So I guess that's a kind of lame answer, but there you go. Alright, that is it for my simple book tag. Go ahead and do it if you're watching. Have a good time, or don't do it. I don't care.